All right, looks like I'm back up. Good morning. God bless everybody. It's cold weather, I guess. I've crashed a couple times now. Oh, I got some kind of echo happening. Does that keep repeating? There we go, much better. I went ahead and added Eric's channel. Me and Eric share a StreamYard, and hadn't talked to him this morning. Everybody hadn't talked to him since last Sunday actually, but I added his channel. So if you're watching his channel, this is actually a stream that I set up. Hopefully he'll join us. I sent him a text this morning. I don't know how he is. He's probably getting a big brunt of this storm like all the rest of us are right now. Which, so far ours, out here where I'm at, we're probably maybe an inch and a half, possibly 2 inches. It's not quite the 10 to 14 they predicted. But we still have another wave coming through here, and it's still bitterly, bitterly cold. It is. The wind chill out there is in the negatives at this point. So, kind of trapped in the house, so I thought I would do a little streaming, reading uh, 1 Corinthians 13 and 14. Uh, actually, watched a study here a couple of weeks ago on these, actually 13, and just thought it would be something good to read because it's so, in the world we're in now, in the state that this country, that this whole world is in right now, it just seems to be forgotten. And I say that forgotten, you know, how we're supposed to love, what love actually is. I mean, often enough, the, uh, 1 Corinthians 13 is often enough quoted, but it doesn't reflect in actions. You just don't see it. I was watching yesterday, going around about the ICE officers using a child as bait. Well, that's absolutely false. I mean, the ICE officers came up. The father fled and left his kid alone, abandoned his child to keep from being arrested. And then, when the ICE agents tried to return the child to the mother in the house, she wouldn't open the door because she was afraid she was going to be arrested. She left her child outside in the cold for fear of arrest. That's not love. The father running and abandoning his child to keep from being arrested. That's not love. In any way is that love. It's all just it's the separation, the bonds between parents and children just seems to be so far disconnected anymore. My kids love me. I know this, and I love my kids very much. But in the rest of the world, I look around and I see, and I feel like we're an anomaly that we're so bonded to each other. I would never abandon my child to keep from being arrested. I mean, that's just absurd. You realize as a civilized society, we're not supposed to eat our own children. That's the mark of a civilized society, and we're just not that anymore. We've aborted 50 million babies since abortion became legal. 50 million imagers of God we've chose to kill in the womb. And I think that a lot of, there's not just one factor, that has brought us to this point. I mean, there are just so much of the social construct for the last 40 years has led us to this point since the legalization of abortion. what it did is it removed a particular reverence for the sanctity of life. And our whole culture, our whole society in the West, this is what we've done, is slowly chipped away. You can argue how you will about the violent video games and things like that, and your case doesn't hold water. You can say what you want, but when you sit in front when your children are set in front of a video screen playing a violent video game and just killing one person after another, and with no understanding of the concept of death itself, the end that death is, our children become desensitized to it. It's not, and then, like I said, there are many factors. I mean, just society itself, the music, you know, listen to all this rap Alright, I think I'm back. Need to see if my audio's back. It's not very loud, but yeah. Let me see if I've got a volume here. How's that? Is that better? Nope. Well, I don't know how to adjust the volume on this. What we got here? Testing, testing. Well, I'm going to have to end the stream. I'll try to get it back up later, y'all.